Hi, welcome to Meerkat Yoga. Today we will focus on stretching your neck and shoulders. So let's start in a child's pose position. So come to kneeling. Your toes are together, knees come wide towards the edges of your mat. Sink your hips down. Reach your fingertips towards the front of your mat and relax your forehead down. Settle in here and get comfy. Now place your right ear on the mat, your gaze looks left. Take a big inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. This is your deep diaphragm breathing. Sounds like the ocean. Like the waves forming and then crashing down on the sand. We call it our Ujjayi pranayama in Sanskrit. Now take your left ear to the mat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. At any point during this practice, if you find it's too challenging, return to this position and this breath. Now let's come to tabletop position in hands and knees. You can put a blanket under the knees if it's a little too painful for your knees in this position. Knees should be hips width apart, directly under the hips. Hands directly under your shoulders, fingers wide. We're going to do a little shoulder stretch. So inhale the right arm up high towards the sky, open the chest. Exhale, reach that right arm under the left shoulder, thread the needle through, and lower your right shoulder and cheek down to the floor, or maybe a block or blanket. Stay here, or wrap that left arm around the lower back and for a little deeper twist, opening up. Remember your breath. Great job. Let's return back to center for tabletop. And let's switch sides. So inhale that left arm up high towards the sky on the left. And then exhale, reach that left arm under the right shoulder to thread the needle. Lower the left shoulder and cheek down to that floor or block or blanket. Remember, you can stay here. Or maybe wrap the right arm around your lower back and open up for that deeper twist. Deep diaphragm breathing here. Now return to tabletop center. We're going to move through some cat and cows. So on an inhale, your belly dips down, your tailbone lifts high towards the sky, and chin reaches high towards the sky for that long extension of the spine. And on an exhale, the spine rounds up, and your chin comes to your chest and tailbone dips down. Inhale, up for cow, spinal extension. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Move at your own pace with your breath here, and do a few more on your own. So let's return to our tabletop and move into sunbird. So right arm reaches forward in front of you, left leg reaches back behind you. Inhale your limbs up, engage your core and your back muscles, really working on strengthening the spinal muscles here. Exhale down, back to tabletop, switch sides, left hand reaches forward. Right leg reaches back. Inhale the legs high. Exhale, release them down. Switch sides, right hand reaches, left leg reaches behind. Inhale up and exhale back down. Switch sides again, left hand reaches, right leg reaches back behind you. Really engage those muscles here and relax down back to tabletop. Let's lower our belly down to the floor. We're going to move through some Cobras. So hands directly under the shoulders. Your gaze is down towards the mat, so your neck is long, no wrinkles in the back of your neck. On an inhale, engage the lower spine, the lower back muscles, and lift your upper torso. Little to no weight in your hands at first. Exhale back down. And then inhale, maybe press a little bit more into the hands. Exhale back down. Inhale, lift. Maybe press a little bit more. Exhale back down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. So either do a push-up up to plank or come to tabletop and then lift the hips high for downward facing dog. So knees can be bent quite a bit here, especially in our first down dog of the day. Your fingertips are wide. Your hands are pressing down into the mat for a straight spine, tailbone reaching high towards the sky. Walk your dog out. Press one heel down into the mat, other knee bends. Switch sides, press the other heel down into the mat, other knee bends. Remember your deep diaphragm ocean breath here. Take any extra movement that feels right in your body. Now, let's look forward towards your hands and bend the knees quite a bit. And on an exhale, you're going to step or hop your feet right behind your wrists for a forward fold. Head is hanging heavy, knees are bent. Maybe sway the torso a bit. Shake your head yes. Do some yeses there. Yes, you are awesome. Maybe shake some no's. No, I will not let negativity in. Now, on an inhale with a straight spine, come to standing, press into your feet, engage the thighs, hands come to heart center. Establish your intention for this practice today. What is it that you want to get out of this? Now exhale, hands down by your side, and then inhale, arms up above your head. Maybe bend the back a little bit for a little back stretch, and then on an exhale, you're going to fold forward, straight spine. Inhale for half lift, tailbone reaching back, head reaching forward, hands come to knees or thighs. Exhale, plant your hands down on the mat and step back to plank pose. Now you're going to move through your flow here. So if you have Chaturanga Dandasana to upward facing dog in your practice, please move through that. Otherwise, it might be more comfortable for you to move down slowly with lowering your knees, then your hips, and then your chest down to the mat. And then moving up through a little cobra pose again. And then back to a tabletop position. And then exhaling the hips high back to our downward facing dog. From here on forward, when I say move through your flow, I mean what we just did. whichever one's more comfortable for you. Take a few breaths here in the downward facing dog. Look towards your hands, bend the knees. On your exhale, step or hop your feet behind your wrists for a forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up to standing. We're going to do another little shoulder stretch. So take your right arm and reach it across your body towards the left, with your left hand hugging your upper arm in towards your body. Look your gaze towards your right and breathe. Now lower your hands back down by your side and let's switch sides. So left arm reaches across your body, your right hand grabbing your upper arm in towards you. Gaze towards your left and breathe. Exhale, hands down by your side. Inhale, hands reach up above your head. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and just move over towards the right for a side stretch. Shoulder is rotating outwards, chest pointing towards the sky, gaze towards your left armpit. Feel that stretch and breathe. Now inhale back up to center and switch sides. So grab your right wrist with your left hand and bend over towards your left side for that side stretch. Gaze towards your right. Shoulder is rotating out externally. Breathe. And then inhale, hands back up to center above your head. And then exhale, your hands down by your side. And we're going to move the right arm behind your body and your right hand is grasping your left bicep. Now I want you to lower your right ear towards your right shoulder for a little neck stretch here and breathe. Inhale back up to center and switch sides. So left arm reaching behind your back, grabbing your right bicep. Left ear comes towards your left shoulder and breathe. Amazing. Let's return to center. Inhale, arms up high, palms facing each other, little back bend here, and then with a flat spine, exhale and dive down for a forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift, hands to thighs or knees or shins. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands down on the mat, step or hop back to plank, and move through your flow. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, shift your shoulders forward, and then exhale down for half plank. And then inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Again, you can always do the other version if it's more comfortable in your body, lowering your knees, hips, and chest. Meet me in a downward facing dog when you're ready. Hips are high, spine is straight. Pressing down into the mat with your hands, fingers wide. Head is heavy, your gaze is at your knees. Inhale, right leg up above you and stack the hips. Bend the right knee. Do some circles here. Get a little hip opening. Inhale the right leg back up high. Exhale, sweep it forward for low lunge, and then rise to warrior 2. Your right knee is stacked directly above your right foot. Shoulders stacked directly above your hips. Arms reaching wide, palms facing down, gaze in front of you. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand reaches down the left leg. Right arm reaching high. Exhale for extended side angle pose. Reach that right arm forward. Maybe rest it on the right thigh. Left arm reaching high. Extend it in front of you, palm facing down. Long line of energy from the back foot to the reaching hand. Inhale and straighten the front leg for triangle pose. Reach that right arm forward and lower it onto the shin or a block by your side. Your left arm reaching high. Chest is lifted here so you can get the spine as straight as possible. Love the inner thigh stretch here that you get. Now on an exhale, let's face both toes towards the long edge of your mat for a wide-legged forward fold. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Chest is lifted on an inhale. And then exhale and fold forward. Arms reaching behind you for a really good shoulder stretch and chest opener here. Remember to breathe, that deep diaphragm breathing, and your head is hanging low. Let's move to a low lunge at the front of your mat and move your right hand onto your right thigh, and right arm is reaching high towards the sky for a little low lunge twist. Heels reaching back. If you've got a straight leg up, you always option to lower that knee to the floor. And then exhale, move to plank pose and move through your flow. I'll meet you back in a downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Left leg reaches up high for three-legged dog. Stack your hips and do some circles with that left knee. Inhale the leg back up high. Hips are evened out. And exhale the knee forward through for low lunge, and then rise for our warrior 2. Your front heel should be in line with the middle of your back foot. Back toes slightly pointing forward, but mostly parallel to the back of your mat. Inhale for reverse warrior. Your front knee should be still bent deeply here, stacked above the ankle. Exhale for extended side angle pose. Reach forward. Chest is lifted. Palm facing down. Inhale, straighten that front leg for triangle pose. Reach that front fingertips all the way forward and then place them on the shin or a block. Reach the right hand high. Left hand high. And then let's exhale and point both toes towards the other long edge of your mat for a wide leg forward fold. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, fold forward. Take whatever version of this that feels right in your body. Maybe reach both arms towards one ankle, switching sides towards the other ankle, or just grab both ankles or toes. Your head is hanging heavy here, and you're breathing. Now let's exhale to a low lunge, and let's twist it. Left hand comes to the left thigh, left arm reaches up. Now let's exhale, find our plank pose again, and move through your flow. Inhale, shoulders and move forward, and you're lowering down on an exhale for our half plank. And then inhaling for upward facing dog. Breathe here. Your toes should be pointing down into the mat. The tops of your feet should be pressing down into the mat in that upward facing dog. And when you're ready, exhale and meet me in that downward facing dog. Hips are high. Head is hanging low. Breath is deep. Maybe press those heels down into the mat a little bit more if you can. Feel that hamstring stretch. Now I want you to look forward towards your hands and bend those knees. And on an exhale, you're going to step or hop your feet behind your wrists. Forward fold. And just squat down onto the tips of the balls of your feet, and your chin folds down so your forehead is resting on your knees, fingertips in front of you. And breathe. You're like crunched up into a little ball here. Should feel like a very safe place. Inhale, look up, and just sit down on the ground for seated. And let's move to boat pose. So root down into your sit bones, straight spine, lift your knees and feet off the ground. Hands come behind your head like you're going to do a sit-up. And on an inhale, we're crunching in. And on an exhale, we're lowering down for low boat. And on your inhale, you're crunching back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, lower. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, lower. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, lower. And just lower all the way down. And really stretch your limbs long. Reach your hands above your head and toes reaching towards the front of your mat. When you're ready, inhale back up to seated for a seated twist. Plant the sole of your right foot on the inside of your left thigh. Your right hand plants down behind you and hug your left knee in with your left arm. Extend your spine long and tall on an inhale, and then exhale, twist. Look behind you with your gaze towards the right shoulder. Inhale and lift your spine, extend tall. Exhale for a twist. Let's return to center and just switch sides. So extend that right leg long. Left sole of your foot plants on the inside of your right thigh. Left hand plants on the mat behind you. Hug that right knee in with the right arm. The left knee in with the right arm. Extend tall with the spine on an inhale. Exhale, twist. Gaze looks behind you. Inhale, reach high with your head. Exhale, twist. Amazing job. Let's return to center. Reach both legs out in front of you for a seated forward fold. So root down into your sit bone, extend your spine long, head reaching high, reach your arms overhead, and then exhale, fold forward, knees bent quite a bit at first, and just surrender your head and upper back down. Feet are flexed. And breathe. When you feel the release with your exhales and you're ready, you can try to straighten your legs a little bit more. But it's important to keep bent knees here to prevent injuries from the spine in this position. Remember to breathe. I love the upper back and neck stretch this position gets me. And I hope you love it too. Now let's inhale back up to seated. And if it's in your practice to practice plow, we're going to move to a plow. So maybe put a blanket or pillow behind you where your neck is going to be lying on the mat. And roll backwards so you're lying down and your feet will extend tall towards the sky. Feet are flexed. And then just lift the hips and move the feet behind your head. Tailbone lifts high towards the sky. Your hands are pressing down into the mat. This gives me a really good neck stretch here. So slowly, let's come out of this pose. Just roll down vertebra by vertebra. Your feet can return down to the mat in front of you. And let's meet in corpse pose, our final resting pose, or Savasana. So hands down by your sides, palms facing up, your toes relax outwards. Let's take a few moments here just to be with yourself and your breath. Take a big inhale. Release it. Release all your muscles. Relax your jaw. I'll call you out in a minute. Take as much time as you need in this pose. When you're ready, maybe move to fetal position on your right side. Keep your eyes closed. Come to seated. congratulations on taking the time to really care for yourself today. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.